Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, family. How y'all doing today? You know it's Sunday. It's Potluck Sunday with your brother Preach. We've had a great week of concepts, ideas, talks, really shows that really engage our thought process and where we allow ourselves to look at the world around us and appreciate, if not question, our existence, our capabilities, our tendencies, our ups and downs, and things like that. So today was one of those shows where I figured it was a Sunday, and I figured I could reflect on how I grew up. I make no bones about it. I grew up in the church. I'm in the mosque now, but I just want you to know I appreciate both backgrounds. But even in the Islamic tradition, as well as the Christian tradition, can't speak to the Judaic tradition. But of the two Abrahamic traditions, every once in a while, people want to celebrate. They want to celebrate the religion, the dedication, their faith, and someone wanted to do it in music, and someone wanted to do it in just talking about why God's been good to them. Brothers and sisters, I don't have a problem with that. But we're human beings. And what I mean when I say human beings, sometimes that expression, it don't come out right. Sometimes people say things they probably shouldn't have said. Sometimes, as believers in a church, in a mosque, in a synagogue, things happen and you can't even blame it on Shaitan because you find yourself laughing. Because in this effort to express my religious fervor, sometimes the joint just falls flat. And it reminds us that we're all human. And sometimes, hell, you just got to laugh. I remember the funeral of my Uncle Charles. Now, my Uncle Charles was a good man, a solid man. But let me say this about my Uncle Charles. He was not a man that's put up with foolishness. And he had to be eulogized by this preacher. Now, I don't know how often my Uncle Charles went to church. But this preacher, outside of not knowing a whole lot about my Uncle Charles, was given a sermon. Now, here's the problem, brothers and sisters, about the eulogy. Sometimes people have to take medications for health issues. And those health issues are some things that are kind of personal. So on the day my Uncle Charles was to be laid to rest, I guess the Reverend took his prescription. And the prescription made him numb to everything underneath his nose to the point where he could not realize when he was drooling. And there we were in the church, aggrieved that my Uncle Charles had left us. But as we looked up, we saw this bit of spittle get longer and longer and longer and longer and longer and swinging back and forth, almost like a man on the trapeze, to the point where we couldn't look it off. We just kept looking, and everyone looked at me because I was a comedian. Now, I didn't want to laugh, brothers and sisters, but damn it, things are funny. Shaitan didn't have to tell me, you know that's funny. I was like, yeah, I know it's funny. And you look at the angels on your left and right, that write down your good deeds and write down your bad deeds. You look at the bad deed angel and go, hey, man, you're going to need another pad for this one. Because, brothers and sisters, sometimes things are just funny, even in church. All right, so I'm going to apologize partially for the things I'm going to show today, because I've been wanting to show them for a long time. And I don't want people to go, Preach, you're mocking this religion. I'm not mocking this religion. I came out of it. I'm not mocking this religion. I'm still in it. I have a place and a point to be able to say what I'm going to say, brothers and sisters. And I'm going to say it today on the Shoutout show as soon as we come back. Let's roll it. Religious expression gone wrong on the S.O.S. the Shoutout show. Hit it. All right, brothers and sisters, I want to give a shout out to anybody that's coming on the shout out show for the first time. This is Potluck Sunday. This is religious expression gone wrong. I ain't saying it's wrong. I'm just saying it might be out of key, a little off kilter. I do not question, brothers and sisters, the dedication of these people that you're going to see in these videos. I question the execution of some of the things they did. And you know what? Just like in my mama's church, there's no qualifications to sing. You hear what I'm saying? If you want to sing a song to the Lord, if you want to make a joyful noise, that is your right prerogative. But sometimes making that joyful noise should be in your shower and or your garage. You don't need to be out in public scaring people. So let me get, if you're coming on the show for the first time, simple things: subscribe, like, share. Subscribe, like, share. Do that. Can you help us out with that? Just do that for us. That's number one. Number two, if you have a comment, get in the comment section, brothers and sisters. Don't be scared. Don't be fearful. Get in the comment section. Let us know what you're thinking. That's it. Now, I want to shout out our stars in the building. And people are coming on. It's okay. You can stay. I'm not taking names for this show. Some of y'all are like, astaghfirullah already. I haven't even gotten to my point of interest, brothers and sisters. But I'm going to share with you some things that I remember in church. I said in church, brothers and sisters, when I was a young Christian man trying to figure out God and Jesus. And in the midst of doing all of this, there were some things going on that question, what are we doing? And how did these people get up here on stage? Sometimes at church, it was comedy hour. When I say comedy hour, it means, brothers and sisters, some things went down on in the name of the Lord, and we had to laugh. And you know what? I'm thankful to that laughter a little bit because it made us a little bit more human. Because that's the scariest thing in the world. People get so serious about religion, they forget that we're human beings. So I believe, brothers and sisters, that the good Lord, every once in a while, he sends you a message that you can smile even though you're in the house of the Lord, that you can have a laugh on him. He gives you these things to keep your light, keep your heart light, if you will. And I believe we're going to get to this as soon as we get to our folks in our shout out show family. Real quickly, first up, we got Sister Ree. Sister Ree, I finished off that turkey spaghetti. It was excellent. Thank you so much. Big shout out to you. Shout out to Derek, safe travel. Big shout out to Juwan. Congratulations, brothers and sisters. Sister Ree has been selected to be featured at I want to say the not swap meet, but not swap meet, but the whatever it is. I mean, where everybody comes and sells stuff, the marketplace. Sister Ree has been selected and she's going to feature her food. So bravo for that. Big up, Sister Ree. Next up, we got Altaf Rashid. Altaf, wa alaikum assalam rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to you, brother. Straight up, straight down, Mr. 6 o'clock. Altaf is our Canadian ambassador. Now, Altaf, I don't know if you've ever been in a Christian church or if you ever want to go. But I want you to know it's not a bad place. Just like in the Muslim tradition, there's some comedy. In the Christian tradition, there's some comedy too. And I'm going to be getting to it momentarily. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Next up, we got Sister Janice Tuff. Wa alaikum assalam rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Uh-oh. Wa alaikum assalam. Expression, religious expression gone. You know where I'm going with this, Sister Janice. I want all of you Muslims to make dua for me. All my Christian brothers and sisters make, all the atheists make prayer for me because I'm going to say something. I'm a comedian. When I was in church, I know I was supposed to be praising the Lord. It was on my heart, but hey, sometimes things just funny. It's just funny. We're going to get some funny out of the way here in a minute. I know it's not Friday fun, it's Sunday funnies. But I thought, you know what, we had such a week. Let's just unwind. Let's just look at both sides of religion and just have a laugh, brothers and sisters. Lighten up. All right. Tahir Rashad, wa alaikum assalam rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to the show. My W. Muhammad family. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for coming. I know it's a lot of people on here, and you weren't born Muslim. So I'm going to bring back some memories for you I'm gonna let this one roll. This is about 3 minutes. I'm not even gonna say anything. I'm gonna shut up and get out of the way. And last but not least, we have, of course, Sister Satana Whitfield working the back, praying for me. I see that look on her face. She is worried about what these videos are going to reveal. I feel like a Baptist preacher. I'm gonna put my hands on you, brothers. I'm gonna put my hands on and heal you. I'm not gonna do that today. We're gonna make sure that this is a fun show. Again, congratulations to Reed, just like Sister Satana said. Let's get to it right now. Oh, shout out to Mama Son, Mary Moss. Thank you so much. Hey, Ma, a couple of these for you. I thought I looked real hard, make sure they didn't happen in your church. But here we go. Brothers, let me put this out here like this. You know, humor happens in sometimes the most serious places. And I think we would all be bereft if we didn't acknowledge that some things are funny even when they're not supposed to be funny. All of our prophets, our great prophets, had sense of humor. All the good preachers had sense of humor. All of our civil rights leaders had senses of humor. And doggone it, from the top of the mountaintop to those who are not on the mountaintop, just people, everyday people trying to express themselves, they have humor too. Unfortunately, sometimes they don't know that they provide the humor. So let's roll. Here you go, brothers and sisters. Hope you enjoy it. Don't blame me. Don't kill a messenger. Kill you too.
Well, this next and final song is going to be one that has made me pretty famous over the last few years. Not to make me look good or anything, but that's what happened. Looking for a city where we'll never die, where the saint in millions never say goodbye. There we'll meet our Savior and our loved ones too. Come, the Holy Spirit, our homes renew. The reunion is the key to the power that we need. The world is gonna see that it's Christ in me. The reunion is the key to the power that we need. It's the only way to be strong in victory.
Amazing. I want people to sing with me too. Amazing grace. Around to tell each and every word. The secret is out. Yeah.
Come, Holy Spirit, our homes renew. In our city,
How sweet the sound.
the power God could ever give. Now we stand upon our legal rights and boldly make them live.
I'm so glad the secret is out.
We can claim the rights that God gave you and me. We can live above all principality as we move with God.
You're with me.
Sending millions, never say goodbye. Never meet our Savior, and I want you. Spirit, pour out hearts renewed, looking for a seed.
The secret the secret is out.
The Holy Ghost and fire, up around power, fell upon me. I talked in tongues, got in my mouth and it didn't tangle. It went to my head together.
The ready mind is the key to the Christ in me. The ready mind is the key to the Christ in me.
The Holy Spirit, pour out hearts renewed, looking for a city.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all.
Up around, it fell upon me and I talked in tongues, got in my mouth and it didn't tangle. Went to my head, down to my feet, got in my bones and all over me. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. And that's what that was.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Holy Spirit. Oh. All right. Okay, that was wrong. That was wrong. I'm not talking about I'm wrong. I was wrong. I'm talking about that was wrong. What you just said, that was wrong. I have never seen or heard Amazing Grace sung that way before. And the guy who was singing with the bald head, he don't even go to church there. They brought him up for a testimony, I believe, and he just started singing. And you cannot blame me, brothers and sisters, for laughing because the people behind him were laughing. He might have thought that was the Holy Ghost. No, that was Negroes laughing at you. My mom said, "You devil, you." The lady who was singing, going, she goes to my mom's church. They in the same choir together. She's the lead. Okay, all right, that was wrong. That was wrong. Okay, so I went through some stuff. I went through, as a Christian, these things happen. You have people who can really sing. You have people who cannot sing. You have people who can preach. You have some people who cannot preach. I remember one of my youngest memories of watching the choir was I had to go with my grandmother to a church function, and they were singing, and the singing guy, the two women, I don't know who they are, Sister Janice, but they were actually jamming though. They were grooving. And she could sing a little bit, but you see the lady on the drums, she looked like a white Cosby kid in the this is how she played the drums. I was like, go ahead, sister, go. All right. This is a true story. Actually, no, it wasn't my grandmother. I was in college, as a matter of fact. Milwaukee. We were at a gospel event. This is before I became Muslim. and had a guy. He was, I guess, a choir director. He's very flamboyant. Let's just say he was very flamboyant. And they were singing a song called "How Do You Spell Relief?" It was called. It was call and response. It's like, "How do you spell relief?" And it was supposed to be JESUS. That's how you spell relief. Jesus. JUSUS. How do you spell relief? JESUS. That's the way it's supposed to go, right? So this guy, who's totally bandstanding, brothers and sisters, totally bandstanding. He has a choir that's singing. He wants a big crescendo, not for the song, but for him. And so people going, how do you spell relief? And he's holding them off. No, don't you spell it now. How do you spell relief? Don't you spell it now? And he goes like that. And he finally goes to tell everybody how you spell relief. And he goes, he forgot how to spell Jesus. And everybody was looking around. I'm looking around. And this little girl stood up and said, "It's JESUS, mommy. It's." And I was like, yeah. Yeah. Okay, I wasn't wishing anything bad on him, but that had happened and was still funny. I don't care. Okay. So let me flip to the other side. Oh, hey, remember your mom and me in Bethel Church and made us stand up in front of. Oh yeah, man. JT, you ain't right, JT. You right. Mom had me stand up. I wasn't nowhere near Christians. You better get up. You gonna be Christian to these people? I am crazy. Those singers brought me to tears. Maxine, don't you start. I'll bring a black man crying about them cigarettes. I'm on a roll today. I'm telling you. Okay. So I gone to the Christian side. Let me go to the other side, being Muslim. Now, this was different because a lot of the scholars I dealt with, they weren't African American. Cool. They gave great information, but every once in a while, sometimes people slip something in there they just could have left out. Has that ever happened to you before? Like somebody's telling you something, they could have left something out. Like I'm having lunch with a friend of mine. He had gone to prison for a little bit, had a state-sponsored vacation, came back. We're having lunch. He's rehabilitated. I'm like, hey, man, how you doing? He said, I'm good, man. I'm good. I said, man, it's good to see you. He said, yeah, man, I'm out. I'm doing my things. Yeah, man. I said, just stay positive. He goes, yeah, man, I feel good. He said, man, I ain't killed nobody since I've been out. See, that's the thing you could leave out of the conversation. Because if you have killed me, I'm now an accessory. So, so here's the deal. I looked up for stuff. The Muslim community, we don't have singers that sing during Jummah prayer. That's the one thing I had to get used to when I became Muslim. It wasn't a choir, no band. There was none of that. There's no testimony. It was a short service. You start at 1:30, you out 2:15. Unless you're in W. Muhammad community, you start on a Friday at 1 and you get out on Saturday at 6. But every once in a while, and I know, don't get mad at me, brothers and sisters, but this happens. And I know it's not just me. Sometimes people bring things into a situation. You're like, yo, what is that all about? Like people will give me good information and then they somehow give me suspect information. Like you could have left that out. Like you were doing good. Remember like when Mike Tyson came back and he won, he knocked the guy out after it'd been a couple times where, he hadn't been winning and he won. And all of us Muslims around the TV, we're like, yeah, Mike. He said, the Lord's God. We're like, yeah, Mike. He goes, no one can penetrate my defenses are impenetrable. We're like, yeah, Mike, go Muslims. And he looked, he said, let us lose it. I'm a Caesar. You're no Caesar. We're like, yeah, Mike. He goes, I'm gonna eat your children. We're like, yo, Mike, time. No eating kids, Mike. Not even that halal. Don't eat the kids, Mike. Don't eat the kids. See, lots of hugging at Juma. You know what I'm talking about, Sister Janice. You know what I'm talking about. But sometimes even our scholars give too much information. I'm going to roll this. He gives great information. I want you to listen to what he's saying, because he's talking about, how we redeem ourselves. This is cool. It was just to the part he got to Shaitan. I was like, could have left that one out. All right, here we go. Now, brothers and sisters, you're going to see it. I cannot make this up. I can't make it up. These are things that are on TV. So here we go.
Quran. Let me read some Quran. Hey man, that shaitan's probably kicking his legs on the ground by now. Yeah? Then get up and do the adhan or something. Then shaitan will, I tell you, I'll be honest, Hadith of Tirmidhi it says, yeah, when you give the adhan, the shaitan, he not only runs, but the hadith says, lahu durat. You know what durat is? Durat is, he runs, and as he's running, yeah, his fart comes out. Lahu durat. I'm not making this as a hadith. So that shaitan made me do sin. Get up. Yeah, just get up. Just give the adhan.
Okay. He was doing good. He was doing real good. And if I was in that Jumat, I don't know if he's making it up or not. He gave his source. He gave the term for it, Darat. Darat sounds like you break out. Darat. Like Darat. I'm like, oh my goodness. He was doing good. He was winning. He was winning. You had me at a dawn. You had me read the Quran. You heard me ask forgiveness. You doing good. Why are you talking about flatulence? Why are you bringing up gas? See, that's when you could just, you're doing good. And now that's all I'm saying. Sister Donna, I think you understand. I believe that was too much information, even about Shaitan. I don't mind him running, but please, I don't want to think about the smell of Shaitan's farts. That's all I'm saying. That's all. It's too much of a visual. All right. So we're gonna wrap up here. Let me give a shout out to. We had Sister. We have Esquire Maxine BK on the show today. You know who that is? She is the proprietor and owner of BeFinanciallyIndependent.com. Again, that's BeFinanciallyIndependent.com. You can call 1-888-496-6845. Again, that's 1-888-496-6845. And you don't have to worry about any Darat when you call. All right. We also want to give a shout out to Bayan Islamic Graduate School. Again, that's Bayan Islamic Graduate School. If you are considering or pondering a quality Islamic education at the graduate level or the doctoral level, you got to check out Bayan, brothers and sisters. I'm not saying it because I got my degree there, but I'm saying it because I got my degree there, which means that you have people who are willing to work with folks from non-traditional situations and scholarships and just overall support from the academic level. Big shout out to Jihad. Big shout out to Munir at Bayan Graduate School. And make sure bayanonline.org. Check it out. So, brothers and sisters, that is the show. That's it. Off top said, great. Now every time I hear that, Don, I'm gonna think of Shaitan farting. Yeah, it's funny how those things just totally mess up your whole visual. Yeah. Just like my man, I'm doing good. I ain't killed nobody since I've been out. You could have left that out, brother. You could have left that out. So, brothers and sisters, that's our show. If at all you were offended by the videos that were put on, it's too bad. It's too bad. What you want me to do? They're already out in the atmosphere. They're gonna be replicated all over. Look, we already messed up. We already messed up. Altov could never listen to the Don again. We're scarred. Altov, you are scarred. The same way I was scarred. Except I have to say, listening to those people sing, I felt a lot better. And it did make me laugh. And it just took me back to a place where you look around the church and we all be like, we can't believe this one. And of course, in the masjid, we probably be looking around going, I can't believe he said that. But it just goes to show we all have a sense of humor. And every once in a while, you just got to let that humor shine through. You don't have to be so serious. You can appreciate worship. You appreciate the creator, but have a sense of humor when you're doing it. All right, brothers and sisters, I am out. That is Potluck Sunday with religious expression gone wrong. I'm your host, Preacher Moss. God bless. See you tomorrow, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Hey everybody, this is your brother Preacher Moss. Listen, I hope that you enjoyed your shout out show experience. We'll be back with the next show, the next shout out show. A simple ask before you go, please help your brother out. Click that subscribe button, click that notify button, and I'll see you again on this side of the mic.